pictures from the first one, because
You're
we've been
welcome.
through, because yeah, if I can just finish out again, please,
thank you.
because
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
because we've been through that exercise. So, but gladly, if the doc can just go straight to picture number 1. But however, my lord, while he's doing that, you see, this is a problem, and I think this is where we seems to not to find each other with Advocate Nisi. When you select certain portions of the affidavit and not reading it its entirety, that's what creates this misunderstanding, because you need to read what was presented to the magistrate, what am I saying, and what I attach, because this affidavit goes with the indictment. As much as I'm applying for J50, I also refer to the indictment. That's number 1, my lord.
Oqala-ke ngicela ukuthi-ke siyele kulezi ithombe, kodwa-ke uma sisibuyela lezi ithombe kuzochaza ukuthi-ke fanele ngiyozibukeza zonke lezi ithombe ngoba besengichazile ngalezi ithombe, kodwa ngicela ukuthi-ke uvuma ukuthi ngoba ingathi okwenzayo nje ukuthi uhamba ufike uyokhetha into ethize lapha kwe-affidavit, ungavele ufune ngoba le affidavit ifanele ifundwe yonke ukuthi bengizama ukuchazana ngifuna ukubekani phambi kwemanje.
Secondly, my lord, the affidavit is very clear. It says photos downloaded or taken from the accused by himself or selfies matches the description of the suspect who had the firearm with red locks, big eyes, with the gold teeth. This is the description given by the people who are inside the house. That's why I said it matches. So that's why I'm saying you need to take this thing collectively. But if you're going to take it in isolation, you'll have this misunderstanding. You have to take into account that this description comes from the people who are inside the house. Subsequent to that, you then have this downloading. And this downloading, you don't look at one picture and expect to find everything. It's a collective. That's why I said it's downloading. You look at it collectively. And that is why even when we were dealing with evidence in chief, when Advocate Baloyi was leading me, we went photo by photo. It is not just one specific photo where you expect to find all these things. That's why others have a date of the incidents. Others don't have a date. But what they have, it's what you will find insofar as the similarities that are referred to in relation to accused number 3.
Manje lapha i-affidavit iyachaza ukuthi-ke la maselfie lawa ahambisana noma afanana nelezi ithombe lezi kuthiwa zathathwa lapha ku-download lapha ey'thombeni ezitholakala lapha efonini kamsolo, ngoba ukufanana khona kuveza phela ama-dreadlocks, kuveza-ke amehlo, kuphinde kuveze naleli zinyo legolide. Kodwa-ke incazelo lena phela incazelo masithi kuyahambisana, kuhamba nencazelo le eyalethwa yilabantu ababekhona lapha endlini ababewufakazi. Kodwa-ke ngithi mina ungabheki isithombe esisodwa, fanele uzibheke zonke, ngoba nami ngelanga ngizichaza ngayo sahamba savela sabheka zonke iy'thombe. So-ke namanje kungakuhle ukuthi uzibheke iy'thombe zizonke, ngoba incazelo lena ayivele esithombeni esisodwa kodwa ivele ey'thombeni ey'ningi, ekuvele ukuthi uma sekuhlangana-ke bese kuletha lesi sithombe esibonakalayo ukuthi lo muntu okukhulunywa ngayo wayenjani.
Further, my lord, I'm not done. If you can just be patient with me, Advocate Minister. Sorry to interject. I'm not done. I'll indicate. Furthermore, my lord, insofar as the attachment, and I agree with him, I've seen that, where when you refer to a certain document, you will then attach it, because that's what Advocate Minister, you'll attach it. But in this instance, I was not referring to a specific photo. I'm referring to the downloads. And now the rules of engagement for criminal proceedings and civil actions, civil proceedings, is not the same insofar as I know. Here, when you apply for a warrant of arrest, my lord, you compile your statement as I've done with the DPP. You take the entire docket. You don't attach and direct them in terms of an affidavit. The DPP or the NPA will peruse the docket, make an informed decision based on the docket that is in front of them. And that is the same procedure when I went down now for the warrant of arrest. You take the docket. There's no reason for me to attach, exhibit, because the advocate or the SPP that signed the warrant of arrest is not necessarily Advocate Baloyi. It was the state senior public prosecutor in Boksburg. So he had to acquaint himself with the dockets, reading the docket, and that's how I've been taught. You take the docket, you don't just take a statement and say, here's a statement, I need the authorization. You take the entire docket. The SPP will peruse the docket, and it will be the same if the magistrate chooses to do that, my lord. So that's how it is done. You don't attach things as Annexure A or BB1, BB2, BB3, you may do that, but insofar as the warrants that I know, my lord, you take the docket, and that's what I've done.
Manje ke mayelana ke nezinto ezibekwa edocket encwadi njengesithasiselo kusho ukuthi ke uma kuwukuthi ufuna ukuthi ukhulume ngamadocument athize aqunywa ke kuleyo document noma namathiselwe kuleyo document yebo uyabhala lapho ngendlela ekwenziwa ngayo uyabhala ukuthi cha kukhona le engikhuluma ngayo ikhona la kodwa lana phela bengadingeka ukuthi ngize ngibhale ukuthi cha khona le document kufanele ibheke ngoba uma ngiya lapha ngiyomnika ulona uNPA noma uDPP angimniki ama-document athize ngimnika idocument eliphelele nawo konke okufanele ngaphakathi okufanele ube ngaphakathi kwedocument kwenziwa kanjalo.
Now, my lord, we can then proceed. I suppose we can start with picture number 1. If I can have a highlighter so then I can refer to the photos that are relevant insofar as accused 3 and this paragraph is concerned, my lord.
Yeah, I'm not stopping you, but I'm noting something in terms of time. That it's almost 9 minutes to 3. I think this exercise might go beyond 3 o'clock, which is the time at which our colleagues from the different departments needs to go and prepare them. So, you know, others are driving to Morapi prison, others are driving to Joburg prison and stuff like that. At least whilst we are engaging, we also need to have due regard to them, you understand? So I don't think within 9 minutes would have been finished. So that would also give you an opportunity. Look, I want to be fair to you. It's a little bit tedious. It's been a very long week. The mind gets fatigue and stuff like that. But if you're able to go through over the weekends and then you're able to go and prepare this answer again, in all fairness. But again, in the fairness of our colleagues here, it's almost 8 minutes to 3, you see. So we also need to have regard to them and respect their processes as well. Therefore, if everybody is amenable to the request that I'm going to make to the court, I'll be very happy. My lord, on behalf of my colleagues from the defense and probably from the state as well, may I request that we take an adjournment for the week, for the day. We come back on Monday with fresh minds and we'll proceed with this point when you come back, my lord. Thank you.
My lord, if I may say, I obviously I don't have much to say about the request from Advocate Mnisi, but insofar as going through this album, I'm ready. I mean, it's before me. I know what I've done. I do not need time for that. But obviously, if the request is to say we must adjourn to go through them on Monday, it